Welcome back to Terry's Talk. It's International Week. There's nothing going on. We're bored. So we've had a bit of fun this week on Terry's Talk. We have asked all our 24 podcasters which one team from League One would you and your fans love to see back in the Championship more than any other team. Some of the answers are quite surprising, and Derby County fans, you're probably not going to watch the rest of this. So here's what every single Championship team fan said about the League One team they most want to see back in the Championship next season.
So I can tell you the one team that we don't want to get promoted will be Derby County, based on what everyone knows is a fierce history. But I think League fans will want to see Lincoln City go up. Scoobs, Michael Scabala, who cut his teeth at Leeds, had a stint as well as an interim manager and played some really good football in a few games as Chargers, doing fantastically well at Lincoln. So up Scoobs and up Lincoln.
Up from League One, I would like to see Steve Evans Stevenage. Local team to Watford, so it's a nice, easy away trip. And I think it's always good to see that sort of underdog prevail and get their flowers. So, Stevenage to come up to the Championship.
The one team I'd like to see come up from League One, and I'm sure many Albion fans will agree with me on this one, is Barnsley. They've got a great away day going to the Metrodome, I think it's called. It's like a big sort of leisure centre sort of place with quite a big bar in there. So, it's a great away day, that is Barnsley.
So a team from League One. I've always had a soft spot for Portsmouth. Just from back in the day when obviously they were in the Premier League and Harry Redknapp was manager, and I used to always like Portsmouth. I like the little ground that they've got and stuff. So I'd like Portsmouth back in the Championship. That'd be my number one team.
The team I'd love to see back promoted into the Championship would have to be Bolton. I think it's sort of a derby, very similar to sort of Preston and Wigan, but we haven't played them in a while. Again, a lot of fans, good atmosphere at that ground when it's full. Love to have that derby back. More Lancashire teams in the Championship, I think.
The team I'd like to see from League One promoted this season would be Bristol Rovers. It can't be Bristol Rovers. It's Portsmouth. It's been over 10 years since they've been in the Championship. And they got Marlon Pack, Joe Morrell and Riley Taylor there. It'd be good to see them back at Ashton Gate.
Probably Portsmouth. I think having a team like Portsmouth back in the Championship would be quite good. Fratton Park as well, nice stadium, good away day.
I think the team from League One would like to see next season in the Championship would be Portsmouth. Old school ground, proper fans, plenty of history. I know most clubs have, but it'd be good to see Portsmouth back in the Championship. They deserve a break, don't they, really?
So my one team to get promoted would definitely be Bolton Wanderers. They've got the same stadium as us, the same stadium builders as us. It's almost like a brotherly love. It's down road, but again, car park's a bit shaky. But do you know what? It's a good away day.
For a whole fan, I think Pompey would be a nice one to see if we stay in the Championship. If they get promoted, fantastic. They've been out of the higher echelons of the leagues for long enough. They need to get a bit higher promotion, I think. Get Pompey up, they'd be quite nice.
League One again has been fairly competitive this year. There are some big names there. You think of Derby and you think of Bolton. There's a couple of upstarts when you think of Oxford. But I think a large number of Ipswich fans would probably agree with me when we would say that we would love to hear the chimes of Pompey back in the Championship. It's a club that deserves so much, and they are steeped in history. They are, so that I would certainly say
a lot of Borough fans would probably look forward to this, and that's if Derby County come back up. We've created a little bit of a rivalry with Derby over the last few years with what's happened with Mel Morris and Steve Gibson, and obviously we sued them for when they finished sixth and stopped us from going in the playoffs, and then they had some financial issues. Steve Gibson ended up suing Mel Morris, and it's created a real big rivalry between ourselves and Derby. So, Derby are well up there now. If they come back to the Riverside, it's just a great occasion when we play them now. So we want that hostile atmosphere again. At the moment, we've only really got Sunderland and Leeds. So be nice to throw another team in there, and Derby's one that Middlesbrough fans would really look forward to playing again. So hopefully that they come back up.
So on behalf of all Millwall fans, I'm sure we would love to see Portsmouth get promoted this season. Another southern team, not fairly close to the den and close to home for us, in a league which is predominantly northern. I think Portsmouth would be a good addition. Good fan base, good ground. Obviously doing really well in League One right now. So I think on behalf of Millwall fans, would like to see Portsmouth get promoted most.
I think most Norwich fans would like to see Peterborough go up this year from League One. Firstly, because it's very close, and I know Norwich fans would 100% be gagging for a ticket for that one, because we don't have many close games out here, and that is definitely one that's within an hour and a half for us. And that is, I wouldn't say a derby, but it's fairly close. And that, I think a lot of Norwich fans would like to see that, and we haven't played them in a while, and it's a fixture that Norwich fans would like to see again, because you get a big away allocation there as well. That would be a very good one.
The team Plymouth fans would like to see promoted from League One to the Championship is Derby, I think, because it's a fantastic away day. I think a lot of Plymouth fans enjoyed it last year, and anyone but Exeter mainly.
So the team that I think Preston fans would like back in the Championship probably is Blackpool, just because we have missed the rivalry and we have missed being better than them in the league, and it'd be good to laugh at them again when they go back down. So yeah, it's an easy 6 points. Definitely Blackpool, just to make fun of them, really.
With teams coming up from League One, Portsmouth's a good away day. That would be a bad one. Personally, wouldn't mind seeing Oxford or Leyton Orient coming up either, and another London team.
Yeah, Sheffield Wednesday fans who we'd like to see come up from League One. I suppose from an atmosphere point of view, it would be Derby County. We've had plenty of good battles with them over the years. Wednesday beat Derby, always have good crowds for the matches home and away. Although if I had to pick one team myself, the team I prefer to come up and they're actually top of that league are Portsmouth. I'd love to see Portsmouth back. I actually personally think Portsmouth are a bigger club than Derby, and I'd like to see them back in the Championship as well.
Team from League One, Stoke fans would like to see promoted. Even though sadly it's not going to be Vale, even though they were Championship ready, as they like to tell us, and they were third in the league in September. I'd like to see them in League Two next year. I think it'd be Oxford, somebody different to come up. They've been playing while they're sick at the minute, so they're on a bit of an upward curve, and it'd be nice to see a different team in there. So yeah, go Oxford.
I think one team Sunderland fans would probably like to see come up is Portsmouth, and they look like that's going to happen the way they're going. But we had a lot of feisty affairs in League One, a lot of good games, and then I think when we eventually got out, it was more like, right, now we're out of there.
I think Swans fans will want to see ball-playing teams, but not necessarily want to face them. But then again, maybe they will. But I think we'd like Peterborough have looked good this year. I think we'd like to see them. I think they pass the ball well. I think Bolton as well. Bolton have been a good side. And I think Portsmouth are the ones that are going so far. So I think those three I would potentially pick to see.
So the one team that Southampton fans want to see come up is the big one. It's Portsmouth. Obvious reasons, because it's the biggest derby on the south coast, and it would be good to have that derby back again in the Championship and the Premier League, hopefully soon.
Thank you very much for watching this Terry's Talk special. Who'd have thought Southampton fans would have wanted Portsmouth back in the league anywhere near them? What about Preston wanting Blackpool? Strange. I know as an Everton fan, we won't want Liverpool or Tranmere anywhere near the league. If it ever happens, they'd get relegated. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you've not come across this channel before, please subscribe. Do like the content. We chat about the Championship every single week for the next 8 weeks till the end of the season. We review every single game with all our podcasting team. Thank you very much for watching. And if you are a Portsmouth or Derby or Bolton fan, we are looking for our podcasters for next year already. You can see the email on the screen below. Drop us an email if you're interested in becoming part of the Terry's Talk team next year. Fingers crossed if your team makes it into the Championship. Thanks again for watching. See you all soon.